and welcome to Sky News. I'm your host, Joel Colborne.
And I'm Jonny Hughes.
And today we have a special on the heavy metal band Metallica. Take it away.
Metallica are an American heavy metal band formed in Los Angeles, California in 1981. The band was founded by Lars Ulrich and James Hetfield. Since then they've had many changes of bass players, with current player Robert Trujillo. And their current guitarist is Kirk Hammett.
The band earned a growing fan base in the underground music community and earned critical acclaim with the 1986 release of the album Master of Puppets, described as one of the most influential and heavy thrash metal albums. The band achieved substantial commercial success with their self-titled album, also known as the Black Album, which debuted at the #1 on the Billboard 200. With this release, the band expanded its musical direction, resulting in an album which appealed to a mainstream audience.
And now the band are generally classed as sellouts, I would say, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they were considered as a thrash metal band before the release of Black Album, with albums such as Kill 'Em All, Master of Puppets,
Ride the Lightning,
and
Justice for All.
Justice for All, and Justice for All. That's the name of the album.
Yeah.
So I would have had to say "and" twice. I didn't. After the release of them, they did change onto a more mainstream audience. Yeah, sellouts.
Yeah. Related bands, well, Metallica are widely known as one of the big four thrash metal bands, although like we said they've kind of moved away from that whole direction now, alongside Slayer, Megadeth and Anthrax. Megadeth guitarist and vocalist Dave Mustaine was the former guitarist in Metallica. He controversially left the band after many repeated incidents with his heavy drug and alcohol abuse. In one incident, well, Joe, you tell the incident.
One incident was that Dave Mustaine had reportedly poured a can of lager over the fretboards of former bass player Ron McGovney. And Ron
reacted violently.
Yeah, reacted violently, and reported that he received an electric shock from the pickups of his bass guitar and flew to the other side of the recording studio.
Now, unfortunately, we don't have Ron with us today, but we will be hearing from James Hetfield later on in here.
Oh yeah, this is it. This is going to put Sky News on the map.
Oh, another incident. Mustaine apparently brought his dog to the band practice, and did the dog bite Hetfield or something?
Yeah.
Hetfield responded by kicking it, and it got violent from there, and there was shouts and things, and basically
No one liked Mustaine.
And it's still pretty much that way, I'd say.
Not many people like Mustaine or Megadeth.
But then again, Lars Ulrich.
Lars Ulrich.
Enough said. Just
in the year 2000, Metallica discovered that their demo of the song I Disappear was receiving radio airplay when it was supposed to be released in combination with the Mission Impossible 2 soundtrack. Tracing the source of the leak, the band found that it was being sourced from file-sharing network Napster, which was free to use by anyone over the world. They also found that the band's whole discography was available for free on the sharing network. Lars Ulrich decided to take this further, and legal action was initiated against Napster, with Metallica filing a lawsuit against the company, alleging that Napster violated 3 areas of the law: copyright infringement, unlawful use of digital audio interface device, and the Bracketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, which is a United States federal law that provides for extended criminal penalties and a civil course of action for acts performed as part of an ongoing criminal organisation. Its intended use of the Act was for use to prosecute the mafia, as well as others who are actively engaged in its organised crime, its application has been more widespread. Hence, the case against Napster.
Ulrich received bad press from the rock community. Like we've originally said, Metallica used to be a thrash band, which have always been on the controversial side of the music spectrum. Most rock bands, it's about the music as we've been finding throughout our learning experience, but Ulrich here showed that he cared more about the money than the actual music. So Ulrich, ever since then, really has had a reputation as a bit of a head case, and
he likes his money.
Yeah.
He's not the...
And also, since then, he seemed to have tried to steal a lot of the limelight from Metallica. And his drums are slightly too high on the mixing table, I would say, in most of their songs recently. Oh, and similarly, on the Saint Anger album, fans were very disappointed with the sound of the steel-sounding snare, which dominated that album.
They did that on Death Magnetic as well. Metallica had a total of 9 albums, all of which are Kill 'Em All, made in 1983, Ride the Lightning, 1984, Master of Puppets in 1986, and Justice for All, 1988, Metallica, or known as the Black Album, in 1991, Load in 96, Reload in 97, Saint Anger in 2003, and most recently Death Magnetic in 2008. They had many success with these albums. Kill 'Em All gained the highest spot in US Billboard chart at place 120. It gained no chart success in the UK. Ride the Lightning, however, gained a spot of 100 in the 200 Billboard chart, and in the UK chart it managed to reach 87. Master of Puppets, on the other hand, made a staggering 29th in the US Billboard chart.
29th?
29th, Johnny. And a 41 in the UK. But there, it just all got better and better. In 88 with Justice for All, number 6 in the Billboard chart, and 4 in the UK. Metallica, also known as the Black Album, reached number 1 in both the Billboard and UK chart.
Number 1?
That was the same with Load, whereas in Reload it reached number 4 in the UK chart and top in the 200. Saint Anger was the same with the Billboard chart, but 3 in the UK chart. And then finally, Death Magnetic in 2008 got the top spot in both charts.
The band have had over 40 singles in their long career. 40 singles. And they've also had over 20 videos in their career, Metallica. We're going to be discussing that in a minute more with James Hetfield, but some of the directors they've worked with, Samuel Bayer, who directed The New Nightmare on Elm Street, and Anton Corbijn. But their main directors that we see directing more than one video are Matt Mahone and Wayne Isham. Right, so I think that concludes the first half, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll be back after the break, after this short notice.
Hi, I'm Barry Scott, and I'm here with Jill, who uses Sillet Bang Grime and Lime. So Jill, what do you think?
Well, Barry, I use it all over the house. It's great on lime scale. My sink sparkles.
The kids make such a mess in the bathroom, but it tackles soap scum, no problem.
And now for the tough test, my old favourite.
You love that one, Barry.
With this much power on the tough jobs, everyday cleaning is a doddle with Sillet Bang Grime and Lime. Give it a go. Bang, and the dirt is gone.